All right, we'll call to order the finance meeting for June 4th. For the committee meeting, roll call, Ms. Jenkins.
Mr. Toller?
Here.
Mr. Anthony? Here. Mr. Mingus?
Present.
Mr. Duncan?
Here.
All right, item A, consider approval to the 24-25 salary schedule. Mr. McNeely.
First, a little background on why this is on here kind of unexpectedly tonight. On Thursday, in talking with John Geis, he let me know that there was a new law that passed. I sent it out to each of you, which requires the salary schedule to be adopted by June 30th of each year from now on. So I went ahead and put this on the Finance Committee, so in the event you wanted to act on it, you could before our June 18th meeting. In talking to Mr. Duncan, I think we would recommend referring this to the Policy Committee to have a meeting at some point next week.
So I'll make that motion at this time, Mr. Chairman, to refer the 2024-25 salary schedule for consideration by the Policy Committee, with the understanding that we've got to get it done before the end of June.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Mingus. Any questions? Questions from outside the committee? No public input. We'll call for a vote.
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
All right, thank you. Item B, discuss the accounts payable check register for March 16th to April 15th in the amount of $18,866,292.30. Ms. Anderson. Does anybody have any questions of her or Jeff? All right, no action to be taken?
Not really.
Questions?
No questions, you get off easy.
That's it.
All right, item C, discuss the year-to-date budget actual comparison schedule for January 2024. Ms. Anderson.
Thank you, sir. Okay, does anybody have any questions?
I don't
Haven't received any?
I don't have any questions on this. I did want to point out that I know that our sales tax was trending down, but then I saw today that we got a report that we're back up, and now we're back on track for about a 1.5% increase year to date on our sales tax collections. Did you get the same?
Yes, I did.
So that was, because
Mr.
I know we
Reed
were,
sent it to us.
yeah, we were getting a little nervous about that, but hopefully.
That was quite refreshing to have the 9% increase in our 2 cent and a 12.7 in the EFIT tax. So that's real promising. We had hoped to have the MFP numbers from the state this week, actually yesterday, and they've delayed, so we're hoping that it's going to be tomorrow. As soon as we have the MFP, then we'll kind of have an idea of what our revenue is for next year and can start making some decisions regarding salary schedule and other priorities of the board.
It's ironic how we get a mandate, but we don't have the numbers to back up the mandate.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Any questions? Hearing none, we'll move on. Like to consider, if there's no objections, items D through L.
So I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the administration's recommendations on agenda items D through L.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and all these are bids and agreements between vendors as far as food, as far as ice cream.
We'd like to point out on item G that we did not receive a bid for the ice cream product, so we do expect to rebid that item.
Okay. I did see that. I wondered why.
Okay, so we have a motion. Any discussion? Any questions of Mr. Coxon?
Any reason why nobody bid on ice cream when we had milk products? Other milk?
We renewed the contract for the milk products. The ice cream bid we did not receive. We've reached out to the vendor that bid last year. In the rebid, we're going to change a little bit of the wording to make it a little more bid friendly, I guess you can get more bids. Ms. Kendra was not really worried about that with the timing of the ice cream. Ice cream's not really needed first day of school. So
I will say that while I was on central bidding, looking at different things, I came across that. I thought for a minute we were selling an ice machine, and I was getting excited because I was gonna find a way to get someone to bid on it. So I don't know if the wording was a little crazy on that one, but that could have been why. All right, so motion and second. No other questions? No public input. Call for question? Call for vote?
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Item M, consider approval of the Daily Star as the 24-25 official journal. Mr. J.
Okay, the administration recommends going with the Daily Star. We received 2 bids, one from the Daily Star and one from the Tangi Times. The Daily Star is published 3 days per week. The Tangi Times historically has been published 1 day a week. So we did receive notice that they, as of July 1st, they will be published 2 days a week. But the administration did select the Daily Star.
Move to adopt the administration's recommendation.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second to adopt the recommendations. And I will just say this, and I've always been adamant about this. I always like to go for the better price. Hopefully, one day, our legislative team will put together legislation that will allow us to use online notifications versus print notifications, which will save us money and make this more competitive. I appreciate the fact that Tangi Times put together a bid. They're close, but I do agree with the 3 days publication. Helps our team publish things quickly and get responses back. So
I did have a question though, like, is there a way that we could maybe lower the cost of, because we have so many and they're so big, if we could make them a little smaller and so that we're not paying as much for each advertisement? Is there a way to do that?
It goes by word count, the fonts.
Yeah.
They pick the font.
Oh, I thought
That's
we
in the
paid by
bid.
font.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, we
it's
pay
a
by
font,
word
yeah.
count.
I thought the bid was, it used to be bid by a certain font because it was listed like,
well, these bids are one's 8 point and one's 7 point.
yeah.
Right, but they pick the font as part of the bid, and then
Okay.
we pay. but
Yeah,
we-
because I mean,
we
like the
still-
ads for like a job is like way big and there's so much empty space in between the words and stuff. I thought maybe it would save us money if it was smaller. I don't know.
Who determines what's in the actual notification or the advertisement?
I guess.
Do we have to put like job descriptions and all the information?
It's usually just the posting. The job description and stuff is linked, but the information that is an actual, the criteria, the salary and all that, we have to put that in there. And the little disclaimer at the bottom has to be in there. Yes.
Okay.
But so do you know if they charge by the size of the thing or just the font?
Let us confirm that. They should not be charged just by the square. They
That's
should
what I'm
be
wondering, 'cause
charged
it's
just
really
by
big.
word. That's the
This
bid
price-
And
size
it's
by
got a
the
lot
word.
of wasted white
It's
on it.
price per 100 words.
Yeah, the price is in the bid. We pay $6 per 100 words, and then the publication decides the font. So like the Daily Star says that the font is 7 point for them, but Tangi Times says it's 8 point for them, but you're still paying the unit price per 100 words.
Now, not to be confused, that is just for the official journal for the legals of your minutes.
Yeah, that's not
If
for
we
the
buy an ad
advertisements.
And put a quarter-page ad with something, then we
That's
pay
what I'm
the
talking
ad
about.
price.
Yeah.
So I think we can look at that and just see.
I mean, there's a lot of space in between, like job is this and the deadline is this. It's like white, like lines. It's really a long ad. I'm wondering if we're paying for an 8 by 10 and we could be paying for a 5 by 7. I guess is my,
It could be, part of the reason you advertise it, though, is for people to see it, so the size of it, people
it's
being
pretty
aware.
big. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you
I know
lower
what
it,
you're talking about.
yeah, even if you lower it, it
8 by
would be
10
big
is
enough.
big.
We just want to make sure people can see it.
Yeah.
Even if it was a little bit smaller, you could still see it. It's pretty big.
They
Okay.
are big. I saw one today.
Any other questions? All right, no public input. We'll call for a vote.
Voting is open. Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
All right, item N, consider renewal of the agreement for garbage collection services to Amwaste of Louisiana. glad to see that this was on there and glad to see we didn't have a price increase. So
Right, Amwaste agreed to extend one-year term with the same price. We thought that we would save money by doing that rather than going out for bid with the prices increasing each year.
absolutely. Hear that
Make a
before?
motion to accept recommendation of Assistant Administration.
Motion made by Mr. Dominguez,
Second.
second by Mr. Duncan. Any questions? Trashy comments? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Voting is open.
Yes. Too easy.
Voting is closed. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, and with nothing else to be brought before Finance Committee, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.